and not only let's get funded, let's do this, let's do round series for this, there's that, but then we're
Hmm.
protecting IP, but then we don't have the hierarchy that allows us to scale and or allows us to sell if we wanted to.
So, in the vision or advisory services which you are giving to these firms, how are you advising them today with protecting themselves given the advancements in artificial intelligence? You talked about intellectual property, that also falls into copyright. How are you giving them guidance around that now that we've seen such a crazy growth around its adoption, but also the amount of content these things are generating?
I think we stay abreast of the changes as they come and advise them to look proactively. And what we're seeing as far as the trends are that, first it was a touch and go in terms of what is protectable when there is non human that is creating that, whether it's a code, whether it's anything else. Now we're seeing a little bit more looser criteria for patents, and we're being told that if it meets the standard where it's non-obvious, it's useful, and I can't think of the third criteria right now,
It's okay.
but
Yeah.
then it is patentable, even though before it was kind of iffy that it could be. I think our guidance has always been whatever they're working on to make sure what we know for a fact, what we can count on is that if there is human involvement and it meets the criteria, whether it's a patent or a trademark of some sort, then generally it'll be protectable.
Do you think that is sort of a front-running risk for the firms that you are advising? I know in our case, that's definitely something we deal with every day around data. So I'm curious what you have to say about that.
It is a risk, and here's the thought there. If you can't beat them, maybe you should join them.
Hmm.
And the question is, do you want to, whether it's your firm or a company that we're advising, the question to them is, other than the guidance, is what is it that we're setting up so that we can partake as this industry is evolving, right? I
Hmm.
think it is at the floor to ground to some degree, and we are able to participate at some level. And I understand there's some people that have ethical considerations about this and they feel a particular way. But ultimately, if that's the way the trend is moving, technology is moving, we will not be able to stop it. So, and there are benefits that a business or any individual, if they look at, of course, there's cons and pros, but I think there are a lot of benefits that can come from the use of this and how we choose to manage, how we choose to position it. Are we going to treat it as a threat that's overtaking everything? Or are we going to say, hey, this is something that can be used to some degree, and we still need human involvement to manage the risk and protect everything?